Now we will discuss the different properties of the different states of matter. So first of all, solid. Solid's shape is definite. Shape is definite. Shape, you understand the outer structure. Shape is definite because if a solid is in cuboid shape, so it will be cuboid wherever you keep. If it is cube in shape, it will be cube anywhere you keep. Any shape it is there, it will not change its shape according to the container. So if suppose this is a cube, so it will be a cube whether you keep in bottle, in glass tumbler, in dish, in beaker, wherever you keep, the shape of this solid will not change, it will be cube only. So shape is fixed in solids. Now volume. What is volume? Volume is the space captured by any object. Suppose this object, which is having 8 molecules, it is capturing 1 meter cube. So this 8 molecules will take 1 meter cube of space wherever you keep. The volume is the space. So 8 molecules will take the 1 meter cube of space or 1 meter cube of volume, whether you keep in bottle, in dish, in tumbler, in any other beaker or container. So volume is fixed. If it is of 2 meter cube volume, it will be 2 meter cube only wherever you keep. If it is 3 meter, it will be 3 meter cube wherever you keep. So volume is fixed. It does not change according to the container. Now see the density. Density is very high. Density means what? Density means matter per unit volume. Matter in a fixed amount of space. So here matter is 8 molecules. 8 molecules in 1 meter cube. In such a small space, 1 meter cube volume, 8 molecules are there. Many molecules are there in such a small volume. So its density is very high. Hardness very high. We have seen in solids the interparticle space is very low because the interparticle force is very high. So interparticle space is very low and that's why their particles are closely packed. So hardness is very high. Compression is very low because of the same thing, that is interparticle space is very low, and that's why whether you pressurize it from any direction, its shape will not change, its volume will not change. So compression, it will not get compressed. Compression is very low. Now liquid. In liquid, the shape is not fixed, not definite. If you keep the liquid in a tumbler, it will take the shape of tumbler. If you keep the liquid in beaker, it will take the shape of beaker, or any container you keep, the liquid will take the shape of that container. So shape is not fixed, but volume is fixed. How the volume is fixed? See here. In this amount of space, 8 molecules are there. Here, suppose this space is 8 meter cube. Suppose this space captured is 8 meter cube. 8 meter cube is taken by 8 molecules. So its length is 2 meter cube, its breadth is 2 meter cube, and its height is also 2 meter cube. So what is the space or volume? 2 into 2 into 2, that means length into breadth into height. So volume will be 8 meter cube. So 8 molecules taking 8 meter cube, whether you keep in a beaker, a tumbler, a dish, or any other container, these 8 molecules, if it is taking 8 meter cube of space, it will take the 8 meter cube of space in any container. The shape will change according to the container, but the volume will be 8 meter cube only wherever you keep it. Now density. Density, as we have discussed, the amount of matter in a fixed amount of volume. Here what was the density? 8 molecules 1 meter cube. In 1 meter cube 8 molecules are there. If we see here this amount of volume, if you take here also this amount of volume, this amount of space only, how many molecules will come under this amount of volume? You can say 3. So here only 3 molecules are coming in 1 meter volume of 1 meter cube of volume. So its density is lower than that of solid. But its density is medium, because when we will see the gas, we will understand why we have written here medium. So its density in 1 meter cube, it is carrying only 3 molecules. Here in 1 meter cube it is 8 molecules. So the density is low as compared to that of solid. Now let us see hardness. Hardness, it is as compared to solid, it is not that hard, because you can see interparticle space is high. So it is not that hard. You already know liquids take the shape of containers. So it is not that hard. Now compression. Compression is when you pressurize it, it can change its shape and it can change its volume. When you pressurize it too much, good amount of pressure is applied in the liquid, so its volume can change a little bit because it has interparticle space. So its compression is, as compared to solid, its compression is high. Now the gas. In gas, the shape is not fixed. When you keep this gas in a beaker, it will take the shape of beaker. You keep this gas in tumbler, it will take the shape of tumbler. And wherever you keep it, the gas will take the shape of that container. So shape is not fixed. Now volume. Volume is also not fixed. How the volume is not fixed? Because if suppose this is a box, inside this 8 molecules are there, but if you open the lid of this box, what will happen? The particles, the molecules will come out and it will take the space whatever available for it. So it captures the space whatever it gets. So its volume changes. It takes the space higher if higher space is given, much space is given. If low space is given, it will take that much of low space. So volume is also not fixed. As you can see, the molecules move around randomly. It is not even together because the interparticle force is very low. It moves here and there. So its volume is also not fixed. Now density is very low, because you see in this amount of volume, here this amount of volume, if you take here only the space, not the molecules, only the space, this amount of space if you take here, how many molecules are coming? Only one molecule is coming under this much space. 1 meter cube of space, only one molecule is coming. So its density is very low. Hardness is very low because interparticle space is very high. So hardness is very low. It can be separated very easily, and the particles can be separated very easily, as you can see in air. Now compression. Compression, if you compress it, now you apply the pressure from any direction, its volume changes because of the large interparticle space. If you compress these molecules together, it will come closer and it will take less volume. So compression is very high. Your assignments are: what is matter? Why are solids hard and rigid? Why do liquids have low density? What is the particle theory? How are particles arranged in gases? differentiate between solids, liquids and gases. Here wherever you need to explain with the help of diagram, you can take the help of diagrams. And last one is write the properties of solids. So you do these questions answer in your notebook